This is the Microsoft Office 2013 Go textbook. We're in PowerPoint Chapter 3, and we're on the second project in Chapter 3, Project 3B, on page 851. First thing we're going to do is create a table. Well, first we're going to open up our file. So let's open up P03B enrollment. So let's choose Open here. And we want to go to our computer, and I keep this on my desktop in the CSC110 folder. And there should be a PowerPoint Chapter 3 folder there, and we're doing. Click on Enable Editing here. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to save it with a new name. So let's go to our current folder. We're not going to do a new folder, and delete the P0 from the front and put your last name and your first name and then save it. I want to go to slide 2, and here's our content placeholder, and we want to click on the Insert Table button here. We got 6 buttons for inserting different things, and we want to insert a table. Number of columns is 3. And the number of rows is 2, and click on OK. And in the first cell, we want to type athletics. Press Tab to go to the next cell, just like in Word. And leisure. And Tab and arts. Now we're going to go to page 852. Number 6. We want to go to the first cell, just hit Tab again, it'll take you down to the second row, and we're going to type in team sports, and we're going to type in personal development classes. Come on, there we go, and music and dance classes. And we're going to save our presentation. Now we're on activity 3.19, inserting rows and columns. So we want to be in the last cell of the table, and if we hit Tab here, I'm going to do that right now, it's the same as Word. It'll just add a new row to the table for us. And in the first cell, we want to type youth, and Tab, and then older adults, and then young adults. And it should match the picture on the middle of page 852. Now click in a cell in the first column here and go to the Layout tab. We've got 2 tabs here for label tools that look an awful lot like the ones that we had in Word. In the Rows and Columns group, click Insert Left. So here's our Rows and Columns group, and we want to insert a column to the left. And now we get something that looks like this. And in the second row, we want largest enrollments. And in the third row, I'm going to click here now, primary market. And with the insertion point in the third row on the Layout tab, what we want to do is go to the Rows and Columns group over here on the left, click Insert Above, and that'll insert a new row up above. And in the first cell of the new row, we're going to type average enrollment. And then we're going to do 85% of capacity, 62% of capacity, and 78% of capacity. And this should match figure 3.38 on the middle page 853 now. And let's save that and go on to activity 3.20, sizing a table. Point to the bottom center sizing handle, which is this square right here. Should get a 2-headed arrow, and drag down until the ruler guide is on the lower half of the vertical ruler at 2 inches. So here's the lower half of the vertical ruler, and over on the left side you can see it lined up with the number 2 when I clicked on it or released the mouse. And then save. And now that's how you resize the table. Let's go to page 854. and distributing rows and aligning table text. Click in the first cell of the table right here. Go to the Layout tab, and in the Cell Size group, we want to distribute the rows. Cell Size group, and click on Distribute Rows, and it will make them all the same height. And we should match the top of page 854 now. Item 2, on the Layout tab, in the Table group, so here's the Layout tab, and the Table group is way over here. Click Select, and select Table, and that will select the entire table for me. And then in the Alignment group, over here, I want to align center first, and I want to align, actually they're doing it over here, I guess. So align center. Are we aligning text here? Or are we aligning the table? All the table text is centered horizontally and vertically. Okay, so this is the table text. So I want this and this. This over here is for the table itself. So right now it's already centered. If I do align middle, though, see how it raises it up so it's equally distributed between the top and the bottom, but we're not supposed to do that yet, so if at all, so we'll undo that. Now in activity 3.22, applying and modifying a table style. Click in any cell in the table. Under Table Tools, click the Design tab. And in the Table Styles group, right here, click on More. And in the gallery, you see we'll get a live preview here if we pause the mouse. It might be a little slow, but we'll get it. So you get a live preview. And under Light, we want to go to the third row, the last row under Light, and click the fourth style, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is Light Style 3 Accent 3, and it is. So click on that. And that's what our table looks like, and it should match the top. I was going to say it should match the top of page 855. We have one more thing to do. On the Table Tools tab, on the Design tab, in the Table Style Options group, which is over here, clear the banded rows and select banded columns. So clear banded rows, now every row looks the same, and click banded columns, and now every other column is green except for the first row, which is a title row. If you look up here in our styles templates, you see that first row is different from the others. So it's intended to be a title row, which is why it looks different. Let's go ahead and save it. And let's go to activity 3.23, applying table effects and font formatting. So move the pointer outside the table so it's positioned to the left of the first row here. And when you get your fat black arrow, you can't move too far. You have to be pretty close. When you get that fat black arrow, click to select the entire row. So whatever formatting we do will apply to the entire row. And move the pointer into the second row. And let me see, I make a mistake here. No, first row of the table. Click the mouse button to select the entire row. Move the pointer into the selected, I read that wrong, selected row, and then right-click to display the mini toolbar. And we want the font size to be 28, not 18. So let's do 28. That's an option. And now with first row still selected, on the Table Tools Design tab, Table Tools Design, in the Table Styles group, click Effects. Here's a Table Styles group. Here's Effects button. And we're going to do a bevel. And the one we're going to do is the first one, which is circle. If we pause the mouse, circle appears, and click on that. And so now our first row has a 3D beveled appearance, but that's the only one we had selected, so the other ones remain the same. Position the pointer above the first column until we get the fat black arrow pointing down, and there it is. And right-click to select the first column and display the mini toolbar at the same time. And what we want to do is we want this to be bold, and now it's bold. Click in a blank area of the slide, and now compare what we have with the top of page 856, and it should look identical, and I think it does. And we will pause there, or stop the video there. That's the end of Objective 4, and we'll do Objective 5 in Video 2 for Project 3B.